Hello, welcome back. My name is Duncan and this is Children and Not Small Adults. Today we're going to discuss a topic about positioning, how to effectively, comfortably position a baby. This comes into play when you have an irritable baby, when you have a sick baby who's not feeling well, when you have a baby who is having colic, this very common problem that we'll talk about later. And at times when you just want to spend quality time with your baby, get to know them and them get to know you. Now we will talk about 5 different positions. I call these Duncan's top 5. So brace yourself. Number 1 is a position that many call over the shoulder. There are different kinds of names, but the question is whether you understand the technique and how to do it. So number 1, we'll talk about over the shoulder and we will demonstrate. Please remember how to handle a baby from our first video. Take a look at it. And when you have your baby in your arms and holding them safely like we showed in our first video, then you can slowly and gently bring them over your shoulder, always stabilizing the head, the neck, and the bum bum. And this is a comfortable position because you can move around, you can walk around the room, and you have to make sure that at the back, that the baby's head is over your shoulder and not under, but always over, that they can breathe and look over. The baby is close to you and you're close to them. Position number 2 is a very interesting position that I like to call face up. And this is a position that gives you face to face with the baby. And when you have them again in your arms, like we talked about, you only bring them closer to your body. Yeah, you can communicate, you can talk to them, you can sing to them. But remember, no sudden movements and no rough movements. We can't do that, we can't do that. So always very gentle, very calm. You can do this while you're seated as well. So that's face up on the lap. Number 3 is the nice position that mothers usually like to do. This is, I like to call it the like breastfeeding position, when the head is right in your ankle, rested there, and your hand is over the bum bum, stabilizing, and this other hand can then just support. This is a bit natural for some who have done it, but for most of, especially men, not so comfortable, but you'll get used to it. And this is also a nice position where you can move around and pat your baby and talk to them, and it helps them sleep and it helps them remember when they were breastfeeding. It's a nice sort of calming down position. And you can also do this while you're seated or while you're on the lap. And the last position is what I like to call upside down position. This is my all-time favorite. I find that babies love it and it always calms them down. It's a bit difficult, but you'll learn it and get used to it. And this is what you do. While holding your baby, you make sure that you support the head and the neck. You can have your hand around the neck and the head, or you can put it between if your hands are big, and then you can turn the baby over. And then you just support them there, okay? And you let the head just be below, and you can move around, and you can pat the bum bum. This position, you can do it while seated, you can do it while standing. And another form of this position is to allow the baby to lay on your hand, support them with your elbow again, and have your hand on their tummy. Again, these positions exist, they're not new, they're given different names, but just practice them and make sure that your baby is comfortable. So these are the 5 positions. Please remember to subscribe and to look at our first video, how to handle a baby, so that every time you do it, it comes with you. Thank you very much. For questions or comments or any other additions or suggestions of topics, please write us on this email below. We'll see you next week.